Hello, Teacher Celeste, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I want to welcome you and encourage you to please subscribe by clicking the button below, and also make sure you turn on that notification bell so that you are notified when I've uploaded new videos. I try to do that once a week and just kind of share some things that I've learned along the way that might be helpful in your online teaching journey. If you're returning, well, welcome back, and I really appreciate you coming back and listening to this new video. Today we're going to be talking about how do we keep record of our repeat students? Is there a way to do that? And I'm going to specifically be addressing that particular topic for the QKids online teaching platform. So if you are a teacher or want to be a QKids teacher, you know that when you are first hired that you are in a class with 4 students. You could have one student that particular class because the other 3 don't show up, or they didn't have enough to make the class. You might have 2, but you have no more than 4. Now this is great because when I first became a QKids teacher in March of 2018, you had 6 children in the classroom. So that was kind of interesting. So I'm very thankful for the 4. After being with QKids for a while, I was asked by my coach if I wanted to be a one-on-one teacher, to give that a try. The teaching platform doesn't change, the curriculum doesn't change, it's just that you have one student in your class. The parents in China pay extra for this particular one-on-one tutoring, and of course I jumped at the chance because I really wanted to develop relationships with my students. And so I've been doing that for about 6 or 7 months now, and I'm really enjoying that. 2 to 3 times a week that I might have that student. Some of my students are only once a week, and I enjoy that weekly contact with them to build that rapport, that relationship, in case some of those students who are tend to be more shy. Once they begin to know me and feel comfortable with me, they are opening up more, and I think they're excelling very well in their new language acquisition. So I was trying to think of a way that I could keep records of things they're doing well, things that we need to improve upon, and to remember some things that they share with me about their lives so that I can incorporate that in upcoming lessons. So today we're going to talk about those fixed students on QKids, and I want to share with you how I do that record keeping system. So let's go take a look. So my tracking system is very simple. I guess you could do it on an Excel spreadsheet, but I like to have it where I can visibly see it throughout the class. So I went around my house and I was cleaning out more things, and I discovered I had an old three ring notebook, and so I'm using that. And then in my collection of office supplies, I have those divider tabs, and I went ahead and just typed out, I have some students on Monday, some on Thursday, some on Tuesday, Saturday, Monday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then I have some fixed students in the back here. You can see I have some on just Friday. So behind each tab, I will list the students that I have. It's just easier for me to locate them by the day of the week that I'm on rather than going alphabetically. So we'll look behind our Monday and Wednesday, Friday tab. These are the students that I've had the longest, so it will be a better representation of what I am doing. So this particular student, I have her name. Her name is Yolanda. I put over here what city she lives in, her age, her favorite color, hobbies that I've learned, that she loves tigers. She did not like my elephant puppet for some reason, so I don't bring that out. In the birthday lesson, I learned when her month and day of her birthday is. So when October rolls around, I'm going to make a big deal about her birthday, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more. A few weeks ago, I saw another child kind of popping in and out of the video, and when I was talking to Yolanda and her mother, there were no other children in the house, so they didn't have any other children. And so I was a little confused by this. I learned that it was a girl cousin, and her girl cousin's name is Harry. So Harry kind of likes to pop in or video bomb our class occasionally during the summertime. And so I've written down her name so that I can acknowledge her and do little funny things with her. And that really has helped. Win over her family, particularly her parents, and hopefully we'll get some more clients through QKids. On this side, I have put the lesson, the level number, and the lesson. That way I can keep track of how many lessons I have taught Yolanda. And then at the end of the lesson, I write down any sight words, sentence patterns, or phonics that she needs to work on. I will note that in her feedback, and her feedback looks much different than if you have 4 students in the classroom. If you're currently a QKids teacher, you can go through those pretty quickly. You just click on different buttons. But for a fixed student, it looks a little different. You have to not only fill out the information that you see for 4 students in your classroom, but you also have to write kind of a paragraph of things that the child did well, things that your student needs to work on, and then end with something positive. And so I will put some of these notes in that feedback. Also, when I log into the class early, Yolanda is always there waiting for me. And sometimes we can get a little repetitive because she's still not one of my stronger students. Even though we've had many lessons, she still is relying a lot on her mom. We're trying to work on her confidence in speaking. And so I will go back over the sight words during that time, or if we happen to finish a shorter lesson more quickly, then I can quickly go back and visually see some of the words we can work on, review, strengthen, help her as she has progressed in her lessons, develop sentences on her own. And so this is what I do. It may be very simple, but it works for me of how I keep track of my fixed students. Also, I have noted when she is absent so that I can just be mindful of that. One time she was absent for all 3 lessons during the week. Normally, her mother would tell me if they were going out of town, and so I just emailed the company and saying, is Yolanda okay? She hasn't been in class all week, and they'll check because we want to make sure that our students return, not only one for the company to keep us going, but also having my fixed student, I want her to return. And they'll check on her and found out that they had to go out of town suddenly. In recent events, we have seen the typhoon happen, and she lives in Shanghai. And I knew that Friday they had to evacuate in preparation for that, and so she wasn't in class this morning. So I note that so that when I have her again, I can make sure she is okay. So this is my very simple way of doing my tracking for my class. So this record keeping system has really helped me further my relationships with my students. It helps me with my feedback. It also gives me some things to think about during those opening 5 minutes before class of things that we can talk about, maybe some words to put up on the screen as a review, help them with their phonics, their diction, and how to use it correctly in a sentence. And so it really has helped me retain quite a few fixed students, which is really helpful during those periods of slumps in our online teaching when students go back to school, or it's a busy time during exams, or they're traveling, what have you. I typically always have my fixed students. Now again, fixed students are assigned to you by your coach, so you most likely will not get these as you begin QKids. You will have the 1 to 4 platform, and as your trainer, your coach sees certain strengths in you, you may be asked to do more or different types of things for QKids. So always make sure that every lesson you do your best, You're building rapport with the students they give you, and you never know, you might have some fixed students in your future. I hope that you have a great day. Again, thank you for listening and tuning in to my videos. If you are not a QKids teacher, not an online teacher, and would love to be, I've included my email address. Maybe you have some questions that you want to ask before you kind of jump and plunge into this new experience. If so, I would love to be able to answer those. Also, maybe you're ready to take that plunge. I've included my referral code and would really appreciate it if you would use that referral code. And again, I would be happy to mentor you and coach you through your hiring process so that you can experience this wonderful opportunity of teaching children in a different country English. I hope that you have a great day, and until next time, happy teaching.